Hi, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome to my journey. This episode I'm going to call I Got Next. So I told you a little bit about, how I learned the game, why I learned it, and what it means to me. So in this episode or this part of the story, I want to tell you about what it was like when I finally got to the high school part of it and college part. So I got to go back to my boys, to Barry and Kareem. So we were in middle school, and our team was nice. I mean, you couldn't see us. I was the jump shooter. Barry was the post-up threat, and Kareem was all around. He could lock you down defensively. He ran point for us, even though he's a little bit of a ball hog. We just put the ball in his hands. We did what we had to do. We had some shorter guys that would be on the court. They were quick, defensive. They could shoot a little bit, get to the basket. But we were the three main guys. And so to this day, I'm 48 years old. To this day, me, Barry, and Reem ain't never lost a game together. That's my fault, though, because it should have went on, and I'll explain to you what I mean in a minute. So we're in middle school. We are undefeated. We done ran through all the district. Roosevelt School District, shout out to South Phoenix Roosevelt School District. We ran through everybody. We dunking on people, all kinds of stuff. I'll tell you something we used to do, and this is real stuff. You can ask Barry, you can ask Reem. We all could dunk, so we wanted to scare the other team. Now, there was a rule back in the day. The referee caught you dunking, it was a technical foul. Well, in middle school, they kind of extended that. They said if they catch you dunking, they were going to give the other team 2 points and they got the ball, so there'd be no jump ball. So we just said, forget it. We're going to go ahead and just punk everybody. So in warm-ups, when it got towards the end, we would kind of watch the clock and see, how they set the clock and give you so much time to warm up. When it got to about a minute, Kareem would go first, I would go second, and then Barry would go and dunk with two hands. And the other team would be like, and we knew we had it. So understand that we started every game down 0-6 and blew everybody out. It wasn't never a game, it wasn't close. So we just knew we was going to go to state and wreck everybody and just become like the biggest squad on the map. Our coach happened to be a female, and she happened to be pregnant at the time. Because of that, and she was so close, we didn't even enter what was called back then the state tournament, which is where Isaac Middle School and all the best schools in the state would go and play. Isaac was like the cream of the crop back then. And we didn't get to play against anybody. And I remember we were just so mad about that. But what we were looking forward to is we were going to go to South. I was finally going to be a rebel. I was going to wear the light blue or whatever it was called in red, and I was going to go over there and we was going to show out. Well, my brother went there. And so we had a magnet program at the time. And long story short, my mom didn't want me in South. She wanted me to go to this other magnet school where they had a school for honors. Oh, I was pissed off. I was mad. So I acted a fool at that school. But more importantly, I didn't get a chance to play with my boys. Fast forward to my junior year. I'm now at a completely different school. I didn't change school. So this is my second school I'm at now. And I'm getting ready to play my boys. They're ranked number 5. Not in the state, in the nation. They're 26-0. They done played in national tournaments. They are running through everybody. And who are the stars of the team? My man named Brian Fair, who is now principal over at South Mountain High School. But we called him B-Funk back then because he was that nasty. He was funky. And my boys were the anchors, Kareem and Barry. They came into town and, they came to our school. They blew us out. But when we went to their school, it was worse because it was a home crowd. It was packed. Nobody came to our games. It wasn't nothing when they beat us in my school. When we went to their place, packed to the brim, my team was scared of them because they had been on ESPN and everywhere else. And that was a big deal to be on ESPN back then. Because remember, there was no social media. So if you get on ESPN, you're nice. They proceed to beat us 101-46. I had 26 of our 46 points. And even though they dapped me up and gave me respect, it was the most embarrassing loss ever because it was in front of all the people I grew up with and all my guys. They proceeded to win that season. They won the state championship, but they went 32-0. Now, remember I told you, me, Barry, and Kareem ain't never lost a game. Those two together didn't lose a game that whole season in high school. And every time I see the coach from that school, shout out to Coach Chapman, every time he sees me, he says, you cost me another state championship. We would have went undefeated 2 years in a row. And I believe him because B-Funk was a shooter. He left and went to Connecticut. I would have been the next shooter line. I would have been next and never got that opportunity because my mom didn't want me to play at that school. But it's crazy because again, it wasn't like, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, it hurt me in the moment. Of course, I was a kid. I wanted to play with my guys and, all the success that came with that. It all worked out. Everybody got a chance to go to college. We all did what we did. But again, my love for the game was I wanted to see like what could we have done? And so it was hurtful in the moment, man, but it was crazy because you guys know this now, whether you're a young person or an old person, when something works, you want it to keep working. So it was like, why would I mess up a good thing? Like, why would I not play with those guys and keep going and see what happened? It was out of my hands. And so I still remember that to this day because I still get a chance to see those guys from time to time every now and then. And we reminisce on things like that, even though, like I said, we all own businesses, have our careers, we've done different things in life, but it literally was the best time of our lives. From high school on, like I said, we all went to college. I had a chance to try out for some overseas stuff. Nothing really panned out. Like I said, the other guy, Barry, he tried out for some overseas stuff. Nothing really panned out. And then Reem made it all the way to the NBA tryouts and tried out for the Suns. Nothing really panned out. But like, we don't sit around and talk about the fact that we didn't make it pro. When we get together and we see each other, we talk about, man, remember what we used to do to people? And it's just nothing but laughs and smiles and good times. And so, again, I started this series wanting to share another side of myself with you. But I also just kind of wanted, like I watched the draft. I watched the finals, and it's kind of like this. I don't know if anybody else feels it. There's kind of like a dark cloud over basketball in the United States right now. AAU has taken over, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I know ain't nobody going to like this take. AAU is a cancer. It is. As it is. That doesn't mean that all of it is bad, but as it is right now, it's a cancer. Kids aren't practicing. Kids aren't running drills. They're not learning. They're just playing a lot of games and traveling. That's not what it's supposed to be. When I played club back then, there was only a few organizations. The main one was called BCI. You had to try out for that. There was no amount of money you could pay to get on the team. You just had to be good. There was only 2 or 3 teams to play on in the whole state. Now everybody has a club team and everybody's got a little money and whatever else. And so the whole concept of I got next or paying your dues or working on your game or playing pickup at the park, that's gone. It's been replaced by money, travel, promotions, recruitment, and all that stuff. And I just want that when players play basketball, when they're done with their careers, like I completely am. I'm old as a mug. I can't ball no more. I can ball half court, but I can't get a full court game in. And if I did, it would look ugly. I want you to look back on your years as fun, not as, man, I didn't live up to my dad's expectations, or I live up to my family's, or I didn't get recruited, or I wasn't ranked high enough. We don't talk about stuff like that when we see each other. We just talk about how much fun it was. And man, if our legs and knees could still do it, we try to do it again. So again, for all of you who are watching my channel, hope you like the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoy what I'm doing. I hope I'm bringing you some value. Please let me know in the comments, man, if there's anything else you want me to talk about or anything else you feel like I should be doing in these videos. I'm just sitting here in the crib making videos, sharing stuff with you. So hope everybody's doing well. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.